On a continent where homosexuality is illegal in more than 30 countries, the Jozi Cats, Africa's first ever gay rugby team, has launched a controversial recruitment campaign. Utilizing homophobic slurs, the ads feature photographs of players with stereotypical terms such as pansy, queen, and fairy, in an effort to reframe the conversation and spark a national dialogue about the treatment of homosexual men in sport. Now, this team is based in South Africa, which is the perfect place to launch a campaign such as this, considering South Africa is said to be one of the most liberal places on the continent of Africa. I mean, what are your thoughts on this, Joya? I mean,
I think it's great. I'm always a fan of, using humor to break taboos of any kind. I mean, it is interesting. I'm glad, especially in a place like, Africa, that this is happening. At the same time, it's interesting because the Jacob Zuma, who's the president of South Africa, he's been a little bit mixed, though. He's offered cautious support for gay marriage, for example, and has in the past been pretty derogatory when talking about gay folks. So at the same time, I think this is good, though. I mean, because at least public perception is potentially going to be changed.
And the other piece with this is that they were the first, one of the first places in Africa to legalize gay marriage,
right?
Same-sex marriage.
Yeah.
So they, it's progressive. They are progressive, but at the same time, their leader is a little bit backwards in his. But
that's why I think like just the social implication is more important, because especially when you're talking about athletics, it's very difficult for players to be openly gay. So I think for them to come out here and be like, oh, you think I'm a pillow biter, whatever. I mean, it's great. It's great.
And one of the things that they wanted to do with this was that they wanted to show regular guys who happen to be gay and who happen to play rugby, and they really wanted to go against stereotypes, and they wanted to utilize this campaign as an opportunity to be role models for other individuals who may be struggling with their identity or struggling with their sexuality, and give them a little bit of a mirror of hope.
I think this kind of stuff, it really just chips away, because ultimately, there's so much nuance when it comes to gender and sexuality and identity and what it means to be a man, what it means to be a woman. And it's, I would like to get to the point where we're evolved enough as a species that we're like, I don't care care anymore. But I think you do need these kind of campaigns that really, maybe they make people uncomfortable at first, but eventually to the point where you're like, yeah, why do I care? I don't care if a player is gay, so.
And especially, in South Africa, they've never had a publicly gay athlete.
Sure.
So this is an even bigger thing for them. And I think if you just look internationally, you can probably count on one hand the amount of international athletes who have
are openly
gay. There's I feel like there's, I think I read something that there was one in Germany, one in Australia, one recently in Great Britain. So there's not really a lot. So this is a very powerful campaign for individuals.
Absolutely.
And really empowering.
I'm all for it.
Well, in the words of Dr. Seuss, be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind.